Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Darren Jacobs and welcome to the pay-per-view that separates Mayhem from Insomnia. This is Purgatory, the in-between stage between On the Road to Insomnia, the final Mayhem pay-per-view before that glorious pay-per-view that everybody is so eagerly awaiting to end season number 1. Happy Easter, everyone. What a better way to get your Easter Sunday on the way than with this pay-per-view right here. We are kicking things off, as we tend to do actually here on Mayhem, with the European Championship. Sometimes it's in the middle, sometimes it's not, but Mason Foster doesn't care where it is on the card. The current European Champion is not concerned with any of that. Tonight he has one goal and one goal only, to carry that championship to Insomnia. And all he has to do tonight is defeat one man to do just that. But it's a man who has made it clear that he'll do whatever it takes to get his hands on that championship. And to get through Mason Foster, he is making it clear, is no exception. But the European Champion has conquered some of the biggest names on Monday Night Mayhem to get into the position that he's in. He's tackled, let's have a look, he's gone through Robert Hall, Original Brad, Stephen Miller, Jaden, Brad Skeens, and the list goes on and on and on. He has had a fantastic second reign as the European Champion, and now Mason Foster is one match away from Insomnia as the European Champion. The goal has been real, and it's been clear from the beginning, and it almost, if he'd have managed to eliminate Peter Bolton, would have been a double title match for this man had he made it that far. Unfortunately, he couldn't win that Rumble, which I'm sure he's very disappointed with. But instead tonight, he has to focus on the task at hand, and he's got one mountain of a task at hand, and that is Dicson. A man with a clear mission and a clear hell-bent on destruction. Made it clear a couple of weeks ago that he's ready to pursue title interest. It wasn't always clear with Dicson whether or not he cared for titles or he just signed up to wrestling just to beat the living hell out of people. But he's made his statement clear now. He's ready to compete for the European Championship here tonight. And a good time as well, right before on the edge of Insomnia, to step up here tonight at Purgatory and take his first championship away from, well, this time away from Mason Foster, but it'll be his first championship win here tonight. A huge win it would be indeed for Dicson, but he's got one hell of a mountain to climb. We know Mason Foster, not one that gives up easy. And we know that Dicson is not one who stays down easy. As you saw in that backstage brawl, that went on for a solid like 10 minutes. Those two just scrapping back and forth. And we're expecting something similar tonight. European Championship back on the line. The Welsh flag's on it currently. And God knows what flags we'd have for Mason Foster, for Dicson if we'd have it. But Mason Foster, the champion, defending tonight in extreme circumstances. It's only a 1v1. He still has champion's advantage. The general manager has made it clear, though, that this could be what separates the men from the boys, this matchup, because Dicson is no slouch, but the European Champion is ready to stand tall and take on this monster. With that shoulder over his waist, he's now held for, I believe, 3 months, 4 months maybe. He's by far on the best run he's had, of course. Didn't even defend it once the first time round, lost it to Brad Skeens. But on his quest to prove that he can be the best European Champion that we've ever had, it continues here tonight as we close in on the road to Insomnia. And he hands over the title here tonight. It takes one last long look. The Welsh flag's on it currently, but Dicson ready to change that. He looks laser focused tonight. These two not taking their eyes off each other for a second. The blood is flowing, but who will walk out the winner tonight? Well, here we go. The bell rings, and away we go tonight. And look at this, Mason Foster not going to waste any time. A big knee right to the jaw. We've got one stacked night here at Purgatory. All the titles on the line. And, of course, in the main event tonight, the WIW Championship will be defended by Aaron Albright as he takes on, in his rematch clause, King Sam for the WIW Championship here tonight at Purgatory. So King Sam could be going to Insomnia as the WIW Champion. Remember, he's not actually a member of this brand. Currently, he's a free agent, so he classifies as both. And look at this already. Beautiful little backbreakers coming in. And one more for good measure to the back of Mason Foster. And this is something Foster's going to have to deal with, and he knows that. the pure power and strength of Dicson, who's begging him to bring the fight to him. But Foster's taken a minute to breathe, as he did in that backstage brawl. It took him a minute to realise the threat and the power that Dicson provided, and now Dixon's bringing it to him. And no surprise to see that Dicson will be the one on the aggressive. I figured he would be, but for Mason Foster, it's a matter of bringing the fight back, and we know he has the heart and the spirit to do so. Of course, if all else fails, he does have champion's advantage. Countouts or disqualification will result in him retaining the championship. And look at Dicson here, back in the ring already, waiting for him to bring the fight back in, begging him to do so. And Mason Foster, slow out the gate, he doesn't know what's hit him. But look at that massive drop kick though. Mason Foster does well. And remember, the European Championship on the line for Dicson. His first taste at the gold could be tonight. Falcon arrow there by Mason Foster. Foster, as we know, not one to back down from a challenge, and of course has been eagerly awaiting his chance to make it to Insomnia. He wanted to do it for a double championship opportunity, but it doesn't look like it's going to go that way. It looks like he has to concentrate now on defending that European Championship and fulfilling his goal of being the greatest European champion of all time. Unfortunately for Mason, he isn't going to be able to do it as he wanted to by being both world champion and European champion. Beautiful inverted Frankenstein there by Foster, who's now finally starting to get some offense in here, and Dicson not really with any answer to it. And this is a brilliant way to kick off Purgatory. One of these men will walk in as champion, coming into Insomnia. And for Dicson, this might be too late though, because if he doesn't make it, if he doesn't win here tonight, he might not even be going to Insomnia at all. It's a big gamble, it's a big risk, choosing to fulfill his chance now. But of course, he had a #1 contenders match due to the fact that he won. He won the most eliminations in the Rumble. What a huge clothesline there. And that might be enough right there. Oh, the referee, very slow to count. That might help Mason Foster get back to his feet in time. And he does. Count of 2. Off the massive clothesline by Dicson. But now Dicson already looking to close this one up here. Looking to lock up shop. Looking for the rack attack. Gets him up on the shoulders. Foster's in trouble. Drills the head into the mat with the rack attack. And Dicson might have done it. He might have crushed the dreams of Foster right here. If he can pick up the win and become the champion. Foster sharply kicks out at 2 again. And the disappointment there on Dickson's face. He thought he'd done enough. He's been in control of this one. But Foster, showing that Welsh Wonder Boy spirit, never gives in. Spinning heel kick. He connects perfectly. And for even more damage as well, because he lunged into that one there. And he paid the ultimate price for it, Dicson. He lunged into it. And he paid the price. And now look at this. Foster on the comeback trail, starting to get himself back into this fight. And now looking for the DDT. The butterfly hook. If he can get him. Dicson in a bad position. DDT connects perfectly. And straight into the cover. Is that enough to retain it tonight? Dicson finds a way out of it. Very sharply done there. And Mason Foster fights back. 50-50 encounter it's turning into. But it didn't start off that way. It started in control of Dicson, but Mason Foster showing the heart and determination that you need to become a long-reigning champion. And he's showing exactly why he's been able to defend it as well as he has done on his second stint. There were questions, of course, on his first reign of whether or not he was deserved to be champion. But I don't think anyone has a doubt in their mind of whether or not he deserves to be champion right now. But Dicson, ready to prove that he's ready to be the champion as well now. Into the cover he goes. Flipping over Mason Foster, just trying to get it done. Couldn't get even a 2 count on that one. And Mason Foster now in trouble. Look at this. The pounding on the floor here by the beast that is Dicson. A monstrous fighter, takes on some of the big heavy powerhouses and usually comes out to tell the tale. Clothesline and just brings him up for another one. And Mason Foster, look at this, just being relentlessly attacked by clotheslines. And straight into the cover there. Is that going to be enough for Dicson to walk away the winner? Oh my God! And I thought it was, but Foster gets the shoulder up just in the nick of time. And now Foster having to find some heart here. Trying to fight back, but Dicson just right now overpowering him in most stints. He needs something big, he needs something drastic, and that's exactly what he's going for here. Looking for a superplex. Beautiful connection. And Foster now trying to fight back. The crowd trying to get behind him here and help him to do so. But Foster needs to do something, and he needs to do something drastic. But there it is. A gut-wrench suplex there. And Dicson stays in control. But Foster continues to fight on. But now it's a reversal battle. These two trying to get one up on each other. Dicson sends him to the corner. Foster in a serious trouble here. In the corner. Oh, I know what he's going for here. Oh, no, Foster didn't let him. Foster didn't let him. And now Foster with his leg over his head. Very nicely done with the takedown. And now Foster needs to take a second to breathe here. He's trying too much at once, and it could be costly later on down the line. And now Dicson mounting the offense forward. Can he land again? No, he went for the rack attack 2.0 again. Couldn't do it. And now look at this. Mason Foster wearing down on the leg. Very nicely done. And straight into the cover. Not going to waste any time here to try and get the championship back in his hands. 2 count again. What a battle this has been to kick off Purgatory. And Mason Foster playing to the crowd. But Dicson on the way back to his feet. Not done just yet. Not ready to give up. But Foster knows that. He came here looking for a fight, looking for a challenge, and that's exactly what he's found here tonight. And of course, there'll be questions about what Mason Foster will do next. But now trying to wrap this one up. Welsh Dragon Sleeper. He's got him. Welsh Dragon Sleeper. No ropes to save Dicson. And Foster's done it. A hard-fought battle. Very nip and tuck, and I wasn't even sure if Foster was going to survive that one. I'll be honest. The power of Dicson. Overwhelming at first. There was that first rack attack, which couldn't get the job done, and from there Foster found his way back in. Look at that. That was the nastiest spinning heel kick I think we've ever seen from Foster, maybe bar the fatality knockout. But what a fight. Both these two gave it their all. Neither of them have anything to be ashamed of from that. But your winner via submission, and still the European champion heading into Insomnia, Mason Foster. He has guaranteed himself going to Insomnia. But now what's next? There are many questions as to who he's going to be facing. There are some big names who are all gunning for this title. They've all got their eyes on it. But Mason Foster has made it clear after weeks and weeks of retaining the European Championship that he has one goal, one objective in mind, and that is to become the most dominant European champion of all time. Whether or not he can prove that, we'll have to wait and see. But he's made it this far, and in his second stint as European champion, he is going to Insomnia. Huge, huge repercussions for this matchup. Commiserations to Dicson. He put on a great fight, but Mason Foster once again shows his strength and retains the European Championship. Huge win for Foster, and we'll have to wait and see what the future holds for him at Insomnia. But now it's time to move on down the rest of the card. First match in the books here tonight, and Dicson and Mason Foster conclude their rivalry with Foster going to Insomnia. But next up though, a title that doesn't guarantee the winner a spot at Insomnia, because of course this is a multi-brand title being defended, the Cruiserweight Championship. Up next, Estrella Chico makes his big way down to the ring. This is a huge night for the Starboy. His first singles attempt at the Cruiserweight Championship, if you remember, of course, was part of the Championship introduction all the way back at Mind Games when the Cruiserweight Championship was first announced. Of course, that night, Oliver Regem of Monday Night Mayhem won the title. He then went on to lose it to Jake Griffiths, the Burrow. And the Burrow has been causing problems ever since. He's now a 2-time Cruiserweight champion. The Starboy's been very fortunate because he had a tough road to get here, yes, in the #1 contenders match, which he managed to come out the winner of against Stephen Miller of all people. But for Estrella Chico, he hasn't been targeted here. He hasn't been attacked by Jake Griffiths. Jake Griffiths clearly feeling he has an easy ride here, as he's been more concerned with PJ McNair, who doesn't even have a Cruiserweight Championship opportunity. But Jake Griffiths making it clear that he'll do whatever it takes to defend it, and I'm not sure if that's going to change here tonight, But Estrella Chico, a huge opportunity for him here tonight, if he can capitalize. But he knows he's got a tough opposition, because this man, you don't get 2 Cruiserweight Championships for nothing. And he's already defended it as well. You can't argue that this man has been a dominant Cruiserweight champion. It is the Burrow, Jake Griffiths. The year of the Burrow is in full swing, and he's been proving it has been his year. Since capturing the Cruiserweight Championship, he has been dominant, and he has been feared. No one even wants to contest for the Cruiserweight title anymore, in fear that this man is going to make them his next target. And Chico's been quite fortunate that he hasn't been the next target. But clearly, Jake Griffiths doesn't see him as a threat. He doesn't feel the need to get himself involved. And now he needs to prove all of that. He sent a warning earlier on Friday Fight Night. He sent a warning saying that he's ready for the next opponent that may or may not be PJ McNair. But he's sending a warning to everybody in the Cruiserweight division who's gaining momentum that you're not taking the title from him. Cruiserweight Championship back on the line here tonight. And Jake Griffiths, the 2-time champion, defending here against this man, the challenger. Estrella Chico hasn't had the best road in Season 1. He started off strong, couldn't carry that momentum into title success. But now tonight, can the Starboy, Estrella Chico, finally get his hands on the gold and take it away from the champion, the Burrow, Jake Griffiths? A man who's promised nothing but destruction for a very long time. And that's exactly what he's here to do tonight. A job to defend the Cruiserweight Championship. He's got 2 more defenses to do before he can even think about Insomnia. But as usual, he holds the Cruiserweight title high and is ready to take on anyone who stands in his way of getting to Insomnia. The year of the Burrow has been going strong since 2018 begun. And as we close nearer to the end of Season 1, will he be able to hold on to the Cruiserweight Championship? Or will the Starboy be able to take the title out of his grasp? And the 2 stars line up, ready to go here tonight, ready to throw down. Bell rings and away we go. And 2 emerging stars of both their brands. Estrella Chico, the Starboy, has been in top form at the beginning of his career over on Mayhem. But then, of course, he kind of died out. Of course, he's been a part of some memorable matches. Of course, Estrella Chico versus Jace for the European Championship was one of my favourite matches, I think, of the year. It was a true classic. 2 people really going at it and no holds barred in that one, of course. And those 2 went hammer and tongue. And now, of course, he was part of the Mind Games' first ever Cruiserweight Championship match, Estrella Chico, as was Jake Griffiths. Managed to go on to capture the title a little later on. But now, of course, with the threat of Insomnia looming, no one wants to be left out of the fray. No one wants to miss out on Insomnia. And this could be Estrella Chico's ticket to making it to Insomnia for Season number 1. Nice backbreaker there. And Chico, as you can tell from his luchadoric style, very much likes the high-flying offense, as you just saw there from him jumping off the turnbuckle. But also very strong and powerful, as his physique would lead you to believe. As for Jake Griffiths, very fast, very agile, and he can take a hit as well as deliver one. That is something that he has proven over his 2 stints as Cruiserweight Champion. Exploder suplex. And Chico, not wasting any time here to bring it to the champion. And now what's he doing here? Wearing away on the arms here, submission hold applied. And Chico just trying to get this one done, but look at the agility there. That's what I'm talking about. That's a true Cruiserweight agility right there. And now look at what's Griffiths thinking here. Looking for a powerbomb. Has him up in a good position. In the middle of the ring. Oh, but look at this, Chico. Jake Griffiths hesitating, and Chico manages to fight out of it. And the Burrow has been at war recently with one other than the former Road to Glory Season 1 winner, Jake Griffiths. James Rowley, sorry. And now look at this, Chico. All ready to finish this one off, but Griffiths not ready to let that happen. He gets back to his feet quickly. And now taken to the outside. Chico up on the apron. Oh, look at this. He's thinking of something big here. Trying to show off his Cruiserweight abilities. Look at the fly. Beautiful moonsault off the springboard. Very nicely done. Oh, now what's Jake Griffiths doing? Jake Griffiths, oh, I know this tactic. He's done this before. Now swearing at him. Giving him the middle finger. Of course, remember, Jake Griffiths has made it clear in the past, he's done this before as well, that he won't let anyone stand in the way of retaining his championship. Remember, champion's advantage is in appliance. If this match ends in DQ or count out, Jake Griffiths will retain the Cruiserweight Championship. But now it looks like he might just try and go for the win as well here, or maybe even not. Chico runs back into the ring, but he needs to be getting Jake Griffiths back in the ring, or this one's going to end on DQ. And look at Griffiths overselling that strike to the head. He's not in any rush to get back in the ring. The count is rising, and look at this. 9. Oh, he's back in. He sees Chico taunting him, and I think Chico just was accepting the fact that he had won there, but Jake Griffiths, what was he thinking? He should have just let the count run out. He should have just left it. But now Chico, still in the matchup. Chico almost made a fatal mistake by not sending him back into the ring. But Jake Griffiths, I guess, trying to build a legacy and doesn't want to go down like that. And now into the cover there, off the superplex. Is that enough to become the champ? No, it's not. 2 count there by Estrella Chico. Now mounting some offense. Taking a beating so far from the current champion. But there's a Pele kick. Pele kick. And into the cover. Is that enough to get the job done? To become Cruiserweight champion? No, 2 count. What a kick out by Jake Griffiths. And he's not done there though. Estrella Chico going to the top row. 630 Cento got him. Got him. And that was enough to get him this opportunity. Is it enough to make him champion? No. 2.5 count again. And Chico didn't want to waste any time, feeling upset because Jake Griffiths was right on him, and now Jake Griffiths begging him to get back to his feet. I can't believe that Jake Griffiths just eating everything that's being thrown at him right now by the Starboy. And now into the corner. This is a dangerous place to be when you're in the ring with this man. Well, escape there. But now Griffiths must be running on sheer adrenaline right now, the way he's attacking his opponent right here and refusing to give in. And he's trying to show his strength as a champion. He didn't want to take the easy road and get the DQ win. But now he might regret it because Chico, with a full head of steam now, looking to fly from the apron. Big forearm by Chico. And the crowd are loving this. Estrella Chico, very much a fan favorite. Jake Griffiths, very much not. So no surprise to see them cheering on the Starboy as he continues his offense forward. Trying to get him up. Oh, well counted again by the Burrow. And now big strike. Oh, now look at that, a massive headbutt. Oh, and he just takes him over the top rope. Out he goes, and Jake Griffiths going to take a moment to breathe. Of course, remember, if Jake Griffiths is struggling, you know he will resort to the count-out DQ win, which he does have in his advantage. It's just a matter of whether or not he decides to use it. Brings him straight back in, though. Doesn't want to waste any time. He has the momentum, and he doesn't want to lose it. Trying to get him in the corner. Line him up for that super kick if he can. He knows Chico's expecting it, but gets him in position. And this is a dangerous place to be in. Looking for that super kick. Got him! Clean connection there by the Burrow. And now picking him back up. But look at this Chico. Not going to let it go down like that. Big strike. And now a neck breaker to follow through. And this is why he's Cruiserweight champion. Does not go down easy. A hard person to deal with. Look at this. He's into the cover and the referee didn't even count it. What was the referee doing there? Oh my God. And look at Jake Griffiths, understandably upset. If the referee had got down there sooner to make the count, he might have won it. But this will do the trick now. To wrap it up, bunny hop. Bunny hop by the Burrow. And Jake Griffiths has retained the Cruiserweight Championship. No! Estrella Chico's kicked out again. Unbelievable. Look at Griffiths. He can't believe it. Swears at him again. There's just no holding back from the Burrow. His anger is clear. And now taking his frustrations out on the challenger, who is not going down as easy as he first anticipated that he would. To the middle rope he goes. Now looking for a Phoenix Splash. Big connection. And Estrella Chico now needs to start mounting some defense. Or maybe some offense forward because he's struggling. And now he's set up perfectly in the corner. Oh, went for that super kick. In the corner, but well avoided. And now look at this. Chico showing some strength here. Big stalling suplex, and his legs ricochet off that bottom rope as well. Jake Griffiths in a serious trouble now. the longest reigning Cruiserweight champion, the most time Cruiserweight champion, in a bad spot as he sees Chico finally starting to provide some offense forward again. Oh, look at that gutbuster. Pulling on the head and leg as well. And Jake Griffiths, huge impact on the gutbuster. He thinks that's enough to get the cover. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, look at this. He's going for the cheap one. He's trying to hook the ropes. But still Chico fights on, and he can't believe his eyes that Chico is still going forward and still fighting on in this matchup. And now Chico picks him back up, spins him around, looking for the exploder. Well escaped there by Jake Griffiths. Now gets behind himself. There's a suplex. And Chico still fighting on. The crowd are loving this one. Incredible Cruiserweight classic this has been so far. Two men who are going for it all here. Both with dreams of making it to Insomnia. Both trying to prove points. But only one man can prove it. Massive clothesline in the corner. And Jake Griffiths trying to keep him off guard. Trying to surprise him. Not letting him become predictable. And now in the corner again. This could be near the beginning of the end here. If Chico can't make an escape. Beautiful super kick again. And he just crumbles to the floor. And straight into the cover off the super kick. That could be enough. Was that enough to retain the championship? No, again Chico kicks. Sharply at 2. And now, looking for the bunny hop one more time. This could be lights out for the Starboy. If he can connect with it. Bunny hop. Connects. And Jake Griffiths successfully retains again the Cruiserweight Championship. Well, it wasn't as easy as he first thought that it would be. But the Burrow has done it again. Jake Griffiths retains the Cruiserweight Championship for the second consecutive time. Chico put up one hell of a fight, and I thought he had it here with the 6:30 cents on. But as more and more people are finding out, it's becoming harder and harder to deal with the Burrow. He's been in great form and is now one pay-per-view away from going to Insomnia as the Cruiserweight Champion. Rematch clause will still be in place should he lose it. But he's already made it clear who he wants next. He wants the Ultimate One. He wants to face the Ultimate PJ McNair for the Cruiserweight Championship, and I'm sure that PJ McNair would be happy to oblige after what the attack he suffered. But will he be able to defend it though? Is that the match we're going to see at Final Countdown? I'm not sure, but a huge win tonight from the Burrow nonetheless. Let's move on down the rest of the card. That's 2 titles successfully retained here tonight, but we still have 3 more to go, and the next one is going to be amazing. I can already see it. These two have been colliding for weeks now over the Mayhem Women's Championship, and it's finally time for Sandra Piper to lock horns one-on-one with the women's champion of the current day, Halie or Halie Bowen, whichever one you're more comfortable pronouncing it with. I'm still not sure the correct pronunciation myself, but Purgatory has been a great pay-per-view for the champion so far. So far, 2 championship matches, and both Mason Foster and Jake Griffiths have been able to show their strength. But next up, down to the ring, is a champion who has shown herself in the past to be a true champion. She may not be the champion now, though, but tonight, she gets another shot at it. And for her, this could be drastic measures, because if she doesn't win here tonight, she might not even make it to Insomnia. That could be tragic, because could you imagine Sandra Piper, of all people, not making it to Insomnia? She has been one of the top women in all of WIW. She has been truly dominant, truly powerful, and she has shown every step of the way her true prowess. But unfortunately for her, it might not be enough if she can't get the job done here tonight. She goes up against the one opponent who has really troubled her, the one opponent who has stepped into the ring and proven she has what it takes to square off with one of the strongest women in WIW to date. She looks confident though, she always does, but she knows the threat is real, as here she comes down to the ring, Halie Bowen, the Mayhem Women's Champion, who has had a fantastic reign so far, and has proven to do things that not many women can do, especially against Sandra Piper, and I'm sure not a lot of people would believe that they were capable of it, of taking her down, but that's exactly what she's done. And now Sandra Piper gets one last shot at Halie Bowen, who wears the same gear that she's worn every single time she's defended that title. But tonight, it's all or nothing for the Mayhem Women's Champion. I'm sure she'll still have her rematch. So we could be seeing this again at Insomnia. And to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me because these two are the most dominant women in their division. And no one is even coming close to either of them right now. But here we go again. Mayhem Women's Championship on the line between these two. The challenger, Sandra Piper, will make history, becoming the first ever two-time Mayhem Women's Champion should she be able to get the title back tonight. And she comes in with a hell of a lot of momentum. But she needs to get the job done here tonight against this woman. Someone who knows her way around the ring and especially knows how to deal with Sandra Piper. She's proven it on multiple occasions, and she's beaten multiple opponents to defend that championship. And I'm sure tonight she's not going to want to let it go for a second. Halie Bowen defends her championship again here tonight in the third match at Purgatory. The Mayhem Women's Division, as of late, it's become a two-woman race, but neither of these women are ready to give up on that race. The two most dominant women in all potentially of WIW, ready to collide again for the Mayhem Women's Championship. And here we go. Another classic is about to unveil right before our eyes. Bell rings, and away we go. And we know neither of these two are just going to rush at the other. They know each other like very well at this point. They've been battling for months over the Women's Championship ever since Bowen emerged as her top contender to deal with Sandra Piper. And before then, Sandra Piper had never really tasted defeat quite like she did when she lost the championship. And now tonight, she gets a one-on-one opportunity to take it back. And she's not wasting any time here to mount offense on Bowen. Not slowing down, not letting the gas off for a second. And of course, Piper lost on a fatal four-way match just at the last pay-per-view of Sudden Death. To get, before she get this chance, she earned it back by destroying everybody else in the Mayhem Women's Division and proving still she is the top dog around here, whether she has the title or she doesn't. And that's exactly what she's determined to do, but Bowen is determined to prove herself. She has been a champion under the shadow of one of the best champions we've ever had in any women's division in Sandra Piper, and now tonight she finally has a chance to put her away and she can go on to be at Insomnia. And luckily for her, she doesn't have to worry either about someone from Fight Night coming over because Violet has made it clear she's going off the stables. She's cashing in on the Fight Night Women's Championship, her Royal Rumble, Battle Royal win. And now so tonight, all she has to do was deal with Sandra Piper. But right now, that's proving harder than anything because look at the offense from Sandra Piper, not slowing down for a second. But Bowen, a tough fighter, one who refuses to give in at all circumstances. Big elbow drop there, and following through in another one, just trying to keep her down the best she can. And follows through with a third elbow drop. Sandra Piper, of course, also was the first woman to appear in the Royal Rumble. She managed to get 4 eliminations on that night. And now trying to get one more if she can. Look at this. Trying to get her title back. There's the headbutt barrage. And we know what follows next. Bowen might not be putting up much of a fight as we thought she would. Tilt-a-whirl slam. And that's been plenty in the past. And here it goes to win the title back. No, it's a 2 count. And in these full count anywhere situation, there was no rope break to save her. She had to fight out the best she can. But look at this. Piper's being smart. She knows not to take this to the outside. She knows the best place for her to be is inside that ring. And she's using it to full effect tonight. No countouts, no disqualification, no champion's advantage for Halie Bowen. She is locked in there with the beast that is Piper. And she has to tame it if she wants to move on and fulfill her own legacy as the Mayhem Women's Championship. As the Mayhem Women's Champion, excuse me. And now Bowen, mounting offense forward again. Piper has got off to an amazing start, and now she needs to start doing some offense of her own. Beautiful slam down there by Bowen. Can she continue to mount the offense? Irish whip to the corner. Piper in a bit of trouble here. As now the offense is mounted forward, it's almost as if she's struggling now because in the past it's been a case of she's done the tilt-a-whirl slam and that's been enough. But now that might not be the case. As the offense continues to mount forward into the cover here. Bowen trying to get it done. Piper finds a way out. And what's been an incredible night of WIW action so far continues here. And now look at this. Bowen trying to put Piper away, looking for the electric chair. Gets her up. And this has beaten her in the past. Is it going to do it here? Electric chair driver. Electric chair driver. And into the color. Is that enough to retain here tonight? No, I didn't think so. But a kick out at 2. And a very late kick out at 2 as well. 2.5. Definitely. But Piper doesn't stay down. And now sweeps the legs and now trying to steal the cover her own. 1 count. And remember, this is all about the Women's Championship, but it is definitely 2 women who have grown to hate each other with a passion. Squaring off here tonight. Big double D's to the face there from Sandra Piper. And of course, we know that she has the ability to choke people out with her bare hands. She's done it in the past. She's done it to many, many opponents. And I'm sure she'd have no worries or remorse at all to do it tonight to get her championship back. She mounts more offense forward. She's just so dominant. Nothing she does surprises me anymore, because every time you think that an upset's going to come, she never fails to pull through. And now taking it to the outside for the first time, taking a second to breathe, because Bowen is mounting the offense forward. She has been a tough competitor herself, but as I said, she can't move on and be the champion that she wants to be, the dominant, remembered one, under the shadow of Piper, and this is exactly why. 3 headbutts in a row now, and now 1 more as well. 4 massive headbutts in a row. Now grabbing the legs, well kicked out there, trying to show that she's not fazed by anything that Piper brings to the table, but Piper just too strong, too dominant. Strike to the head, throws her off guard, and there's a gut-wrench suplex. Now picking her up, what's she doing here? Oh dear, oh we've seen this one before, the straitjacket, that submission, she only brings it out on special occasions. And of course, Bowen taps. Sandra Piper makes history here tonight. She is the first ever 2-time Mayhem Women's Champion. Her dominance continues to reign through. Once again, Bowen put up one hell of a fight. And in this Falls Count Anywhere match that didn't even leave the ring, these two put on one hell of a battle, one hell of a war, but in the end, Sandra Piper, just too powerful, too dominant, and she wins again, taking back what is rightfully hers, the Mayhem Women's Champion, the first ever Women's Champion, and now the most time Women's Champion as well. Sandra Piper is going to Insomnia as the Mayhem Women's Champion, and it looks like she already knows who her opponent is. It looks like we will get to see these two battle off one more time at one of the grandest stages in all of WIW history, Insomnia. And Piper sends a message to the camera saying she's ready for just that. It looks like we're going to see Bowen versus Piper number 3 at Insomnia, and I cannot wait. Let's move on down the rest of the card. What a war! What a war we just witnessed, and Sandra Piper, no surprise in my opinion, coming out on top. But next up tonight, one of the surprise matchups that we probably weren't expecting to see. Accompanied to the ring by Travis Cottrell and Abby Cottrell, his wife, Bob and Alan, the security team of Travis Cottrell, who have challenged for the Mayhem Tag Team Championships against the League of Gods, no less. This is a huge, huge night for them. Remember, these two currently not contractually signed to WIW, but should they win tonight, they get the same treatment Alex Wilson did. If you're a champion, you get yourself the contract. So they've got everything to fight for here tonight. They could become a recognized tag team by the end of the night. And Bob and Alan, eager and hungry. They have competed in WIW before. They went in 2-on-1 handicap match way back at the beginning of the year. But Bob and Alan, ready to go here tonight. But they're going up against a team in the best form of their careers. They have been dominant champions. They have been true fighters. And they are not slowing down for a second, especially with Insomnia knocking on the door. Because the win here tonight, they are guaranteed to be champions coming in to Insomnia. And that's not something that they're going to want to let slip here tonight at Purgatory. With only 1 championship lost and 2 retained. How will the odds stack up against here? Thomas and Black Jesus, the Mayhem Tag Team Champions, otherwise known as the League of Gods. These two have been working together brilliantly for months now, and they've taken on some of the biggest teams in the division. The Cottrells, Justice, the Linebacks, to the point where we now have Bob and Allen ready to stake their claims and take them down. Travis, of course, the spokesman for the team, has called them a joke, has said they're not worthy, and of course, Black Jesus went for a war dealing with Travis earlier on in the week, so God knows if he's in the best of shapes, because both of them must have suffered some minor injuries from that one. But the League of Gods haven't backed down from any challenge yet, and I'm sure that they're not intending to start here tonight. It's a big task indeed. Bob and Allen are trained to fight, they're trained to defend their leader, which is Travis Cottrell, the man who's hired them, but tonight they have to forget about Travis, because tonight they have their own jobs at stake. They could become actual stars here tonight, the challengers, Bob and Allen. They've been security team for for months now, and they've almost been a full year working for Travis, but after a while out of service, tonight they step into the ring, ready to go, and they are fully suited and booted and ready to take on the champions, Damas and Black Jesus, who are ready for any challenge, and they're trying to prove that here tonight by taking on the bodyguards of Travis. And Travis has made it clear he doesn't like Damas or Jesus, but it's not about him tonight. He's here at ringside as moral support, and moral support only, because tonight it's about Bob and Allen against the League of Gods, who defend their titles here tonight. And they hand over their titles one more time, which could be the last time before Insomnia. Remember, they will have rematch clauses, but nobody wants to have to rely on a rematch clause this close to Insomnia. And Bob and Allen talking strategy, talking tactics. They keep the shades on. They've prepared to fight in gear, as they always have done. And that's what they were trained to look at that, just shrubbing off Black Jesus. That's not an easy thing to do. Jesus, quite a powerhouse fighter. Bob and Allen trained to fight in their suits. That's what they're trained to do. They're bodyguards. Their job is to protect no matter what. So no surprise they haven't taken off the suits here tonight. Black Jesus starting us off, interestingly enough. But Jesus, considering the war that he went through with Travis earlier on in the week, I'm surprised he has chosen to start this one off. Bob starting for Bob and Allen. And no surprise there either. Bob and Allen, again, as I mentioned, have been in 2-on-1 action before, but that's the most they've done. They've never been in a tag team match together in in-ring action, but they have been in handicaps. And so they are familiar with each other. They worked together for years, and they have now joined forces together to help protect Travis Cottrell, the richest man in the company, who pays a hefty salary, you got to imagine, to keep these two on their payroll. And Jesus trying to tag out here, and he does. And in comes the Greek god Damas, one of the biggest merch sellers in the business, with his sales of Damas, the fragrance of Damas, trying to get Allen off his feet here. But look at that, not even fazed by any of that. And Abby Cottrell outside of the ring, just watching on, scouting everything that's going on. You know that she's very active. She likes to get involved in these matches, to the point where she's actually beaten people up before. If you remember a little while ago, ending the match on DQ by taking out someone on the outside. She's a very impatient woman, and that's why she's pacing. Travis, though, keeping a watchful eye on proceedings. Remember, he's not in the ring tonight. And, of course, no surprise, Damas made it clear he knew that Travis wouldn't have a partner. And so Travis has done what he did best, and that's take on Bob and Allen. Bob and Allen, who have been seeing to Travis for nearly a year now. It's crazy to think how long they've been working for him. But these two working together once again, and this time for gold and a contract at WIW. In comes Bob. Oh, and look at that. They both tried the same thing there. It didn't quite work out. And right now, the bodyguard's in control. And I guess if they're going to be in the team, they're going to need to prove themselves here tonight. And now Bob and Allen continue to mount their offense forward. Look at Travis applauding them, trying to get the crowd behind them. But Jesus just, Damas just gets up there, the Greek god, forcing him to roll out harm's way. Taking a minute to brief it. Oh, look at this. Was trying to go for Allen as well, but Allen wasn't having it. And an interesting start here. The bodyguard's in control. But now Damas sending them a warning straight back here. And look at this. He's going to continue to pursue Allen. Oh, wait. He sees Bob getting back to his feet. And remember, Travis and Abby cannot get involved, because the Damas and Jesus do have champion's advantage. If this match ends on count out or disqualification, the championships will be retained. And that will leave them as champions heading in to Insomnia. Look at Travis. No surprise, already getting himself involved here, and the referee's got to keep a watchful eye on proceedings. There's a lot of action outside the ring here tonight, and so he needs to make sure that he's paying laser-focused attention. Tag is made, and in comes Alan again. And these two have been in the private security sector for a very long time. Look at Travis. Travis telling him to end it. Travis just saying, get out of there. He's sensing that Darmus is turning the tide, and maybe that could be why. Well escaped out the corner there by Alan. And now Alan, with the referee distracted. Oh, I see what they're going for here. Don't do this. Oh, on the chair. Oh, wait, no, Darmus escapes it. Darmus escapes the chair. And now dancing on Alan. But Alan misses, but then gets him. And Travis resorting to any tactics possible to get his private security team the championships here tonight. And could you imagine that? Two unemployed private security teams, private security fighters, now working together to capture the championship. And the referee, lucky removed the chair then, because Bob nearly got a full taste of that one. And now Irish whip to the corner. Oh, look at this. Maybe trying to tag out for the Greek bomb there, but well escaped by Alan. And now look at this, a leg sweeping DDT. Shades of Kazarian Xander there with that one. And straight into the cover. It's been enough to beat him before. Is it enough to do it again? 2 count. Darmus and Jesus don't go down easy. Darmus has impressed many before. He's become more of the closer as of late for the team. It's Jesus who takes the front of the offense, but it looks like tonight that's going to be changing slightly. But Bob and Alan doing whatever it takes here tonight to get this job done. And now look at this. Stampede in the corner. Beating him down. Showing some tag team prowess. And this is true teamwork. And look at Travis applauding them for their amazing efforts here tonight. These two working brilliantly together here. Beautiful work here by Bob and Alan. And now look at this. The drop kick in the corner to complete the stampede. I wouldn't call it a unicorn stampede. Doesn't sound quite as threatening when they do it, I guess. But now into the cover goes Bob, and Bob doesn't get it. Straight in was Jesus, and Alan now going to deal with that threat by taking him out with a suplex. And the bodyguards are in complete control here. They've been waiting their entire lives to get this opportunity, and now that it's here, they're not going to waste any time. Darmus in serious trouble now. His partner taken out, and now left at the mercy of Bob and Alan. What's he thinking here? Oh, stun off the top turnbuckle. Now what can they do here? Continuing to mount their offense forward. In serious jeopardy right now. Greek God playing to the crowd still, and he might make that mistake. Hook in the legs now. He might be able to steal this one. On the roll. Oh, well saved. That might have been enough there. A 2 count. And Jesus manages to get back to his feet in time. The League of Gods are struggling. I don't think they were expecting the bodyguards to bring as much of a fight. They must have thought this was just a joke. Their own version of a title warm-up, in inverted commas, for Insomnia. But at this rate, they might not even be champions heading into Insomnia, because what a performance we are seeing from Bob and Alan. But Darmus, though, we know doesn't give up easy, and now trying to prove that here. Grabs Bob by the head. Now snapping him over the neck. Of course, Travis and Abby, we know, on the outside, being very vocal. Oh, but look at this. Rolls out of harm's way here, taking a second to breathe. Oh, but now look at this. Travis, Black Jesus going to get his revenge here on Alan. Look at this. Leaks him through the ropes and takes him out with a neck breaker. And Black Jesus didn't forget being taken out by him a moment ago. The referee's count is rising. Remember, count outs of disqualification will result in the championship being retained by Black Jesus and Darmus here tonight. And that means they will guarantee themselves spots at Insomnia. The count is rising, a count of 6. Needs to get back to his feet here, and he does at the count of 7. Now Bob back in the ring. Jesus not phased at all by the distraction. Looking for an air raid siren neck breaker. Very heavy fight that these two would bring. Very heavy fighters. They're not exactly the lightest of people. Trained to be well built. And they're showing that here. And the referee distracting. They're being distracted. But that's not going to stop Darmus and Jesus, who are looking to wrap this one up. Greek bomb! Greek bomb! And straight into the cover. Is that going to be enough here tonight? No, Travis! Travis stops him. And Jesus trying to protect trying to protect him here, but look at this. Every time he goes to make the cover, Travis with a distraction. But Travis has been tossed. Travis has been tossed. He's been ejected. Travis has been ejected. He's been forced to leave. Abby hasn't, though. Abby stays. But now, look at this. With Alan down on the outside, this could be the League of Gods moment to take it. Looking for Greek Bomb number 2. This could be it to retain the titles. Greek Bomb. Greek Bomb. Have they done it? Hook of the leg. Into the cover. No, Abby's now distracting. Trying to keep the cover alive here. Damas stops Alan from getting involved. Another cover. And it's tossed out the ring again. And now Damas taking him to the outside. Well, Abby hasn't been ejected. He's hesitant to reject another one. But Travis gone, and the League of Gods have now turned the tide back in their favour. And Travis, I'm sure, not going to be happy about it getting ejected. And that is weird, though, that Travis got ejected so early, but Abby has never, ever been ejected from a ringside match. And now look at this. DDT! Right to the head of Black Jesus. And now into the cover. Oh, but look at this. He says no. He's not done. He's not done with them yet. Warning signs. And now Bob looking to line up here for a finish. Up on the shoulders. Oh, wait, no, Jesus. Not ready to see what he's bringing to the table. Gets him down. Gets himself down. And lands a DDT of his own. And Abby, the only ringside personnel, but even she has limits. She knows not to keep the fight going if they can't defend themselves. And right now they're struggling too. Jesus didn't take that threat lightly, saying that he's not finished with him. And now, maybe he's not finished with Bob. Looking for the superplex to the outside. And what a contest this has been. It might not have been everyone's pick for match of the night, but boy, oh boy, what a contest this has been so far tonight. Neither side backing down. League of Gods basically in a 4-on-2 scenario it's been so far. But remember, they do have champion's advantage. Countouts or disqualification will result in a retaining of the championship regardless of who walks out the winner. And Black Jesus, the powerhouse of the League of Gods, showing his pure strength and aggression here tonight. And Damas saying to bring him back into the ring here. Very much the ringleader of the team, the brains of the operation, if you will. Oh, look at this. Try and make the tag out. Didn't let him. And Bob twisted the arm. And now look at this. Oh, from behind. Very nice takedown. Now taking him down. Trying to deal with him the best he can in this situation. They're used to dishing out pain as security guards, but not used to taking it. Bob and Alan under fire, and now rolls Bob out of the way. And look at this. He's not done. He's not giving him a second to breathe. He follows him to the outside. And Black Jesus being relentless here. He's clearly angry. He's pissed off. He's not letting this happen. He's not letting it go down this way. The League of Gods want nothing more but to prove that they truly are what they claim to be. And that is the gods of wrestling. And now Jesus continues his momentum here. Up on the shoulder, looking for the air raid siren neckbreaker again. Got him! Middle of the ring. Air raid siren neckbreaker. And Abby once again distracting the referee, and the cover hasn't even been made. She's sensing the end is near. Spinning power bombs coming inbound. Oh no! Well countered by Bob. Bob counters the spinning power bomb, not going down like that. And now mounting some offense. Huge elbow into the corner now. Trying to tag out if he can. He does. Back in comes Alan, who hasn't taken the brunt of the offense. And the tag team work again from Bob and Alan. And Jesus rolls, and Damas is taken down. Well, Bob and Alan, they may be struggling, but they're not ready to go down just yet. And Alan making sure to deal with the threat of Damas' intervention. As he tackles him on the outside, Jesus was forced to roll. And he's in quite some discomfort on the outside. Remember, he's more than welcome to stay out there. And his title will be retained. The referee begging him to get back in the ring, but look at Jesus. In no condition to get back up right now. He's been through a war, not just with Bob and Alan this week, but also with their leader, Travis. Oh, look at Alan continuing to deal with him on the outside. And Jesus gets back in the ring, as does Alan. And now look at this. Black Jesus continues his offense forward. Damas hasn't been tagged in a while, but again, he's just been taken out, so he's not even going to come in for a moment. The referee keeping his eye on him to make sure that he gets out of the ring straight away. Into the cover to retain the tag team titles. 2 count. The League of Gods have been in the majority control, but Bowen and Allen showing that they're not ready to give in just yet. They want jobs outside of the private sector. And now look at this. DDT! That could be enough. That could be enough. Damas is in nowhere's land. There's no way he's going to be able to get in to break it up. No, it's a 2 count. Damas only just getting back to his feet. Oh, but look at that. The power of Black Jesus refusing to give in, looking for an air raid siren neckbreaker again. There it is. Air raid siren neckbreaker again. And not letting go here. Just continuing to mount the offense forward. Oh, and now look at the distraction again. Abby still getting herself involved constantly. She hasn't been ejected, though. And now might take advantage there from behind. The referee's already ejected one. Maybe he ejected the wrong one, because Abby would have been the obvious threat. Now into the corner again. And now taking the time to taunt in the other corner. Clearly feeling the control is there. Oh, but look at this. Making him pay for taking too long. And these are the rookie mistakes from non-WIW superstars. Looking to make the Greek bomb tag, and he couldn't do it. And Bob refused to be led into the ring there by the referee. And now into the opposite corner again. No, still won't be allowed to make the tag. And now Jesus to the other corner. How much do either of these two have left? No, again a counter. Someone's got to budge. They can't keep doing this back and forth. Someone has to budge. And it's Damas that budges. And now look at this. Bob flying in off the tag. Beautiful crossbody. Damas forced to roll. Bob not in the best position. And now once again going to attack Damas. Taking him out. He's not the legal man, of course. Jesus taking a second of rest on the outside while Damas taking the brunt of the attack here by Bob, sorry. And Abby is loving this on the outside. She senses the control has turned back out of the League of Gods' favour. And now back into their own. They had a promising start. They lost the control. 2 Greek bombs later, it looked like this match was over for them. But yet, tonight they still continue to fight forward. Big shoulder tackle. Jesus back to his feet at the count of 7. Look at this. Oh, he's getting too busy. He got distracted. He got distracted there. And now might pay the price. Oh, no. Still mounts the offense forward. Oh, crashing him into the turnbuckle. And taking him down. Face first. And now, with Damas down, this could be the moment. This could be it. Can Bob and Allen do something drastic here to get the job done? Jesus just doesn't ever give in, does he? Bob and Allen are finding that out the hard way. And now, look at this. Bob and Allen. Oh, has him up on the shoulders. Might be able to sneak this one. Samoan driver. Samoan driver. Hooks the leg, but look how quickly Damas gets back to his feet. And saves the day, keeps the titles on the line. Oh, but now look at this. Going for something on his end. There's a gut buster. Damas rolls. But Jesus still fighting on. The referee's down. No covers can be made. This match has been chaotic. No, did you see the power behind that chop? Jesus Christ, the overwhelming power of Black Jesus just continues to shine through. Into the corner. Look at this, beating him into his own corner. Oh, but he's saved there by Allen. Allen gets him out of the corner, creates a separation. The referee needs to get some control back in this match because right now he doesn't have any. Trying to crawl away and make the tag to Allen. Oh, but now gets him up on the shoulders again. Gutbuster. And with Damas down on the outside. Oh, he's back up now. Right on cue. So far tonight, we've seen 2 successful title retains in the Cruiserweight and European Championship. But now tonight, we've already seen 1 championship lost by Bowen. And now look at this, Damas again. Oh, just taking out him there with a sunset flip. Now look at this, he's going to tag out here. He looks like he didn't really need to do the dramatic crawl. I mean, he had time there, but now look at this. Now he's going to go and attack him. Oh, went to take him out, but once again, Damas deals with him. He's taking out both members of the league, both members of Travis's security team. And now look at this. The count is rising, and Jesus not really getting back to his feet. Meanwhile, Bobby's still down on the outside. The count of 6. Could be looking at a double count out here. These 2 teams have worn each other out. Count of 7. Jesus going to get back to his feet. And he does in time. And I just realised that Bob was not the legal man. Oh, there it is. Spinning back fist. Bobby's down. And now Allen's in trouble with the huge fists. Look at this. The power of Black Jesus continuing to shine through. And now Bob and Alan, look at this, facing the offense again. Damas desperately needs to get himself tagged in here because Jesus has taken nothing but hits. And now he can do what he usually does and close up the match. But Bob and Alan refusing to go away, refusing to give in. And they're showing the heart of true champions, but they just can't get the job done to prove that they can be champions or that they are champions. Needs to tag out here, and he does. Damas is in. And this is usually where it ends because Damas is the closer for the team. But can he be an effective closer here tonight for the League of Gods? Brings him to the middle of the ring. He's got something in mind. Oh, he's got distracted there. Abby caused a distraction, so did Bob. And now Bob, not the legal man, but attacks with a sunset flip. Needs to concentrate back on Alan, who's only just found himself back to his feet. But Matt with a huge strike. Damas landing some big strikes and an uppercut. And now look at this. Is he going to tag out? Jesus says no, he's not interested in being tagged out. But now Damas going to play to the crowd. The Greek god loves the attention. He loves the fact that all eyes are on him. And once again, the referee distracted by Abby. Surely the referee can't let her get involved much more. Now Irish whip to the corner. Might look for a Greek bomb here. No, out of the corner gets Alan. Now to the other corner. Might look to tag in Bob. And are we going to be caught in this cycle again? Looks like it. Once again, Irish whip to the corner. Damas just trying to land that one last Greek bomb to get it done. Bob not allowed into the ring. And the referee trying to keep some law and order, but Travis's team have definitely been taught by Travis's example. And the back and forth continues. He's only got so much more energy to give. He gets the tag. In comes Black Jesus. Once again. And look at these two posing. They love to show off. They can do it here again. Big slam down onto the apron. Straight into the cover. And Damas is there to make sure that Bob's not going to get himself involved in it. Can he get it? He's got it! The League of Gods retain with some beautiful tag team offense. And the League of Gods are beaten Travis's personal security team. And it took Travis being ejected as well to get it done. But Bob and Alan, no contract for them. And no tag team titles for them. Another incredible performer League of Gods. And once again, Damas and Black Jesus have done it. They are going to Insomnia as the Mayhem Tag Team Champions. And who they'll meet there, who will they face, we don't know yet. But they've conquered everybody in their division so far. Well, guess we'll have to wait and see who is left for them to take on. A huge win tonight for Damas and for Black Jesus. They continue to rise to the top, and they are proving to be dominant tag team champions. But the question is now, how long can they hold on to them? And when the Insomnia lights hit on the grandest stage of all, will the League of Gods continue to live up to their legacy and pick up and continue to retain the championships? Let's move on down the rest of the card. One more match to go before tonight's huge main event for the WIW Championship, but this one has just as huge implications as well. No holds barred between Original Brad and Robert Hall. It's the only non-title fight on the night, but it is definitely one that we are keeping a close eye on here tonight. And here he comes on his own bike tonight, not Robert Hall's, Original Brad. If you haven't been following to this point, here's what's been going down. Original Brad has been on a reign of tyranny as of late, doing whatever it takes to prove his point that he's not playing around anymore and that he's ready to rise to the top of the ranks here in WIW. And he's done so by victimizing none other than Robert Hall, who has been on an incredible win streak as of late. And now tonight, putting that win streak on the line, even though, yeah, putting that win streak on the line. Last week beat Jaden, where he watched his bike blown up by Brad, who stole it, then took it away somewhere, and then blew it up outside of the stadium last week, and Brad proving that he doesn't give a crap about anyone but himself anymore. And now tonight, in this no-holds-barred scenario, he has to do the same again. He has to prove that he can do what he says he can, and prove that he's going to rise back to the top of the rankings. He's up against someone, though, who has risen from nothing as of late. He has been on a huge rise after what was one of, or probably, let's be honest, one of the worst starts in WIW history. But now tonight, with no bike, Robert Hall has to come down to the ring and prove himself once again. Robert Hall, who has been in a phenomenal form as of late, hasn't been able to turn that into title success. But for him, it doesn't matter, because right now he's been showing himself. He has been proving himself, because right now he's not really ready for title opportunities, because he's been working his way back up the title rankings. He's trying to prove that he is one of the top stars, and by taking out a former world champion here tonight, he can do that and get his revenge for his blown up bike. And although I'm sure the bike meant more to him than the victory here tonight, he has to do what is necessary, and Robert Hall is ready to do that here tonight and put on a show for everybody watching and to send a message. Whether or not he'll be at Insomnia, I don't know. But tonight, he gets to send a message to everyone that he is ready for greatness. Whether that be the end of Season 1 or the beginning of Season 2, Robert Hall is ready to make his rise to the top. And the bell is about to ring. Remember, no holds barred, anything goes. Let's get this one on the way. And of course, Original Brad has surprised a lot of people as of late by the way he's been mounting his offense. Relentless, powerful offense. But it's not only that, it's his defense. A couple of weeks ago, managing to break out of 3 of Jaden's submissions. And I noticed Jaden seems to be at the heart of all of this, and it didn't even mean to be. Jaden always constantly causing problems, I guess. And straight out the gate here, Brad mounting the offense, not going to waste any time here on Robert Hall. He's made it clear that he doesn't want people who don't deserve to be above him on the rankings. He believes Robert Hall has been. Robert Hall has proven himself week in and week out the last couple of weeks. Last 2 months, he's been in phenomenal form. Only really losing at the pay-per-view, I believe, actually. I think that was actually the last time that I've actually seen Robert Hall lose. And Robert Hall with a clear advantage here tonight, because he has that lethal submission of his, the Hell's Gate. And should he lock it in, Brad will be in serious trouble. Yes, he escaped 2 submissions last week, and he says that he's improved, but has that correlated into this scenario here? Has, when the pressure is on, Brad been able to come up and prove that he is constantly working harder and harder to become the top of the ranks once again, the first ever World Heavyweight Champion over on the Fight Night brand. Original Brad pretty much exiled from his brand after being dealt with by the Wolfpack. Went over to Mayhem, tried to conquer that, and he's had a slow start in doing so. But now all of a sudden he rises back up to the top of the rankings again after realizing there's only one way to get back to the top, and that is the hard way. And he's done so by any means necessary. And now trying to submission himself. He's not exactly a submission expert, but trying to wear him down, Robert Hall here. Robert Hall, very much a submission expert. Various different submissions have got the job done for him in the past, but also he's got that leaf blower gut buster that we've seen people like Liam Connors use. So he has various offense that he can hurt you with. It's just a matter of whether or not it works on the day. But very much a submission specialist, which is why I'm assuming Brad has also decided to target this man. Because if he can take out a submission specialist, he proves that he is dealing with it. He is getting better. And he's constantly ready to prove himself. But we know Brad's history with submission defense is not great. And so here is his chance to prove everybody wrong here tonight that they were wrong about him. But now Robert Hall mounting the offense forward. Look at this. Looking for the air raid siren neck breaker as he rolls through. Very nicely done. Brad tried to get straight back to his feet, but Robert Hall saying, you do this on my terms. Remember, no holds barred. The stipulation here tonight, right before the main event, which is an Extreme Rules match for the WIW Championship. No countouts or disqualifications in that one. And same goes here tonight in this no hold barred contest. And now look at this, just hammering away in the corner, and the referee, of course, can't do anything about it. Has to let it happen. And now Robert Hall mounting his offense forward. Gets him in the corner. Oh, look at this. Brad not letting him have it. Not letting him have his way. And Brad has been a part of some big wars in the past. And trying to prove again here tonight that he's capable of still doing that. He's taken on some of the biggest names in the company and lived to tell the tale. And now tonight, Robert Hall getting the full Original Brad treatment. Who's already looking to finish this one. Looking for the battle axe. Gets him up. Battle axe right in the middle of the ring. Original Brad, huge battle axe, no rope breaks to save him, here tonight. No, it's not enough though. He's going to need more than that. And we knew that Robert Hall wouldn't go down that easy. He isn't one to take things lightly. But Original Brad has got off to a great start here. But now you know Robert Hall's going to start firing back. Oh, look at this. Taunting right in Brad's face, and you don't want to do that. The constant twisting of the arm there, helping Brad stay in control as he's targeting the limbs. And again works on the arms. Maybe he could go for an armbar later on. And Brad, look at this. This has been really impressive here from original Brad. What a showing he's putting on. And now has him up in a powerbomb position. What can he do from here? What's he doing? Oh, and a stun gun off the ropes. And Robert Hall didn't even see it coming. What a relentless bit of offense this has been from original Brad. Now Robert Hall trying to push him off. There's the snap over the neck. Now look at this. This has been brilliant here from original Brad. But Robert Hall showing the fighting spirit that's helped him stay on this winning run, on these winning ways that he's been on as of late. Irish whip to the corner. Now wearing down the back of original Brad. Remember, no holds barred. Everything goes. There's a beautiful neck breaker. Straight into the cover. Is that going to be enough to get the job done here tonight? Oh, and it nearly did there. Hall had to use all of his energy to kick out. Brad continuing to mock Robert Hall. He's done nothing but make his life a misery for the last month or so. And now Robert Hall is paying the price for it. And now Brad continuing to stamp his message across that he is the top dog and he'll do whatever it takes to stay there. Back into the corner. Robert Hall clearly has something in mind for him. Big kick in the face. And now what's he thinking? Oh, looking for a charge. 450 splash. Connects nicely on it as well. Brad now in trouble here as he goes for the cover. Does he have the power and the energy to kick out? A sharp kick out at one there. Look at Robert Hall's face. It says it all. He knows he hasn't done enough just yet. Now what does he decide to do? Can he mount offense forward? Brad again. Beautiful counter. And a counter of his own there. Robert Hall. And now it's a counter battle. Both of these two just trying to get the upper hand on each other. Spine buster by original Brad. Big connection on the spine buster. Now Robert Hall in trouble here. Brad is in complete control. And he isn't slowing down. Back to his feet. Looking for a sidewalk stamp. Oh no, a backbreaker instead. This has been brilliant from original Brad. A true masterclass. We haven't seen him do this well in a match and have this much control in quite some time. And tonight of all nights, he is showing what he can do against someone who's been in the form of his career. Irish whip, well countered there by Brad. Tries to wait for him to go over. Oh, look at this. Oh, and a beautiful spinning heel kick. And that might be enough, though. Brad, you see how he reacted? Didn't take that kick well. Does he have anything left in the tank to kick out? Yes, he does. Robert Hall trying something fancy there on the spinning heel kick. Brad fights out of it. Now trying to get the submission, but Brad not even letting him lock it in. And now Brad with a huge clothesline. Continuing to mount the offense forward. Brad not slowing down at all. He manages to kick out the spinning heel kick. And now Brad mounting the offense forward again. Looking for a belly-to-belly. Big connection. Original Brad, the first ever world champion, showing why he was a world champion. Now the twisting of the arm again. Looking for the old school. And this could be the end of the road here for Robert Hall. Oh, look at that on the arm. And now original Brad, look at this. Not even taking the time to charge up. Just continuing to mount the offense. This has been relentless here tonight from original Brad. What a performance he's putting on here from everyone. Beautiful performance indeed. And now Brad trying to work away again on Robert Hall, but Robert Hall with the counter. And now gets him up on the shoulders. Oh, but a counter of his own there. Original Brad, very nicely done. Now has Robert Hall down on the ground. Is he going to ground and pound? Oh, look at this. Just a massive knee across the jaw. Now what's Brad thinking? Taking the legs. What's Brad going to do here? Oh, and a low blow. And of course it's no holds barred. Nothing wrong with that. And now Brad playing to the crowd. He's loving it. He's sensing the end is near. And this could be the end of Robert Hall. Right here. Battle axe inbound. Right in the middle of the ring. And Robert Hall put up a good fight. But in the end, original Brad was just too much. No! Or maybe not. Or maybe not. Original Brad fights out of it. Oh no, Robert Hall fights out of it. And Brad now signaling it again. He's saying, you will go down. You will stay down. Looking for a third time. Battle axe in the ring. And Brad just too powerful for Robert Hall on the day. Brad wins. Sad, sad day for the rest of the roster because Brad has proven his point. He's proven he's ready to come and take on everything. He's ready to come back for title gold. He proved it here tonight against the dominant Robert Hall. And I thought there, the spinning heel kick, it clearly knocked him out for a second. Did you see how his head hit the floor? But it took 3 battle axes, 2 in a row as well. And Brad gets straight back to winning ways here tonight. Picks up a huge, huge victory. And right on the road to Insomnia, original Brad finally gets back to form. Finally proving he's back to his old ways of being one of the most dominant fighters in all of WIW. And what this means for him and what it means for Insomnia, I don't know. But Robert Hall rolls out the ring in absolute agony after an incredible performance from original Brad. What does this mean for his future? I don't know. But he rides away on his bike. And original Brad, after blowing up Robert Hall's bike and destroying him here tonight, continues to build momentum towards the grandest show of them all, Insomnia. And original Brad right now looking like he's ready to do whatever it takes to rise to the top of the WIW rankings once more. Let's move on to tonight's main event. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. After a huge night of action, we have arrived at the main event of Purgatory. Next time we see Mayhem at pay-per-view, it will be on the grandest stage of them all, Insomnia. And tonight, the main event, the WIW Championship, is back on the line, and Aaron Albright will be defending in King Sam's rematch cause here tonight for the WIW Championship. And here he comes to a huge standing ovation from the crowd. It is the former WIW champion and WIW heavyweight champion, King Sam. A man who has been breaking down barriers and knocking down doors his entire career. He has single-handedly led the Wolfpack to the dominant era that we are in currently, and has helped keep WIW going for years now. He's a brand exclusive man. WIW is his home, and he's made it clear for years that this is the only place that he wants to be. And despite the protests from the manager, who is denying his challenge for a match at Insomnia, King Sam is happy here, and he's making this place his home, and now wants to make Mayhem his home by becoming a 2-time WIW champion here tonight. Huge implications for this man, King Sam, but also a huge night for this man coming down to the ring now, the 4-time WIW champion, and is hoping that he won't have to make it 5 times at Insomnia. It is Aaron Albright, who has been phenomenal as of late. Is the only way to describe it. He's proven his worth to the general manager, and that is a fact. He's been questioned, of course, whether or not he was able to keep up, whether or not he is a top star, and whether or not he's able to keep up with the rest of the card. And of course, he's just been in and around the championship picture. General manager made it clear that this would be his final opportunity to show his worth, and on his 4th reign as WIW champion, that's exactly what he's done. And now tonight, against the man who he's beaten before at Hellfire. Yes, he did have some assistance, but he beat him, and these two are 1 apiece. Tonight is the decider, and it is for, once again, the WIW Championship. These two met at Mind Games for the first time. Last time they faced was at Hellfire, but here tonight at Purgatory, this is it. The WIW Championship is on the line, and who will be able to take the cake? Will it be King Sam, the challenger, trying to get the general manager to give in to his demands and try and get him to face him at Insomnia? And it could be for the WIW Championship, should he win it tonight. But the king of WIW continues to rise and rebirth his claim to the title, starting with this one. Aaron Albright, the champion, the 4-time champion, the most time champion, and of course, the longest reigning champion of that title, tonight has to defend the honor of not only himself, not only the GM, but the whole of Mayhem here tonight, as the 4-time WIW champion puts it back on the line here tonight. Huge implications here tonight, but can he do it? Can Aaron Albright do the impossible, well, what King Sam believes is impossible, and beat him here tonight. Championship raised in the air for a huge main event tonight. Well, here we go. King Sam, his first pay-per-view matchup since returning to the roster, up against Aaron Albright. The bell rings, and away we go. And look at Albright going straight at him here. Not going to waste any time to bring the fight to King Sam. First time these two faced off was back at Mind Games, and it was a pretty simple fight. King Sam locked in the crossface chicken wing, and it was over. Second time was at Hellfire. Wasn't quite as straightforward as they exchanged tables being broken and ladders being broken, and a huge ambush from both men in what was a hell of a contest and one hell of a scrap. And now tonight, after Aaron Albright won that match, this is the rematch. This is the decider. The final time potentially these two could collide. Unless, of course, Aaron Albright cashes in his rematch at Insomnia should he lose tonight. King Sam might not even be facing Blake Austin at Insomnia here should he win. And, of course, if he is as serious about facing Blake as he claims to be, I'm sure he has a plan for that as well. But we know King Sam, he'll do the whole damn show by himself if he had to. He will happily be in every single match at Insomnia. And for one of the biggest stars of the year, King Sam now has a job to do tonight, and he can't worry about Blake Austin. And he knows that King Sam, that Aaron Albright has been guided by Blake Austin to do what he's been doing, to keep in control of that title and not let it go no matter what the cost, because the general manager has promised him that he won't get another shot at it should he lose. This is his fourth stint as WIW champion, and the fact that he is a four-time champion 4 times in 1 year should say all you need to know about his previous title history. But this has been his most successful reign by far, and he can't afford to let it slip now. He's in complete control right now. King Sam with not even a shoulder to lean on right now. He's under heavy fire, and Aaron Albright's not letting him go. And now look at this, might be looking for the curb stomp already. He put away SDC, hasn't put away Sam. Curb stomp. Look at this, might go for another one here. Oh wait, no, King Sam doesn't let him do a second. But what a start it's been for Aaron Albright. And King Sam right now doesn't have an answer to him. Albright being relentless. Trying to hook the arms there, I see that, but he couldn't do it. Oh, King Sam caught taunting again. What is Sam up to here? He can't afford to be making these type of silly mistakes. And King Sam should know fully better than that. Into the corner he goes. Now needs to start mounting some offense. Albright has been in complete control. Oh, look at that. What a move by Sam. Flips under the way. Ducks under the clothesline. Look at this. Oh, a massive elbow to the jaw. Very nice stuff there by King Sam. But all of a sudden, Sam out of nowhere, lining up for the running knee. Albright's in trouble. No, he sidesteps. And Albright is at his number here tonight, and it continues. Twist of the arm. Russian leg sweep. What a performance it's been by Albright. And now Albright, ready to put him away. Looking for the underhook. Can he get him? He's got him up. Brainbuster. No way. He's done it. Aaron Albright has retained the WIW Championship. No! King Sam kicks. King Sam kicks. 2.5, and Albright needs to do something more. Something bigger to keep Sam down. Sam does well to kick out, but he's been under the pressure, under heavy fire, and now needs to start mounting some offense forward. Does so there with a big strike. Wait a minute. He's ready to finish this. King Sam ready to finish this. Always looking to try and hook him up for the crossface chicken wing, but again, Albright saw it coming. Hook of the arm again. In trouble here. King Sam brainbuster again. Brainbuster again. No rope breaks to save him here in his Extreme Rules contest. Oh no, he kicks out again. And it took 2 to keep down SDC. Now what does Albright have to do? A second one doesn't get the job done. But what a performance it's been by Aaron Albright tonight. King Sam under heavy fire. Can't lock in the chicken wing. Couldn't connect with with the knee. It looks like Albright has come well prepared to deal with the king here tonight. But the Wolfpack leader, the former 2 World Championship holder, not going to go down without a fight, and he's proven that here tonight. What a main event we are seeing. And I don't think it's definitely what people were expecting. King Sam under heavy fire, and yet still trying to keep control, but he hasn't done a good job of that so far. King Sam now, picking him up. Big snap over the shoulder. Now look at this, wearing down the limbs. Might make things easier when he goes for the crossface chicken wing later on down the fight, or should he be able to lock that in? Now, King Sam is stomping on the limbs, trying to snap his arm in two there almost. Now, King Sam to the corner. Has Albright in a bad position here. Albright taking some hits, but he's not going to let him stay in control. We're trying to set him up for the curb stomp again. Big counter and a knee right to the jaw. Now, King Sam from behind. Oh, what a beautiful ripcord knee strike. And King Sam all of a sudden getting going. The crowd hyping up here. King Sam is tired though. He's hurt. He's feeling the effects of everything that Albright has brought to him. But still, he fights on, signaling the end there with the slit throat sign. And now what's Sam thinking? To the outside, might finally be able to use the Extreme Rule stipulation. He's taking a minute here to think about what he's going to do. Going for a weapon, and it looks like Albright's waiting for him to bring it. Oh, look at this, a ladder! And last time these two faced off, I believe that Albright went through it. Or Sam did, one of them too. Oh, but now look at this, what's Sam thinking? Here on the outside. Remember, this isn't Falls Count anywhere. What's he thinking? Crossface chicken wing! Crossface chicken wing! On the outside! And I'm not even sure it matters if Albright does tap. Because it doesn't count. But Albright being held in for a long time. Here on the outside. And Sam lets it go. And maybe that's what Sam was thinking. Sam was just trying to wear him down on the outside. He knows no one escapes the chicken wing. But takes him down on the outside. Just to make it a little easier for himself. Oh, look at this. Sam really has come back into this fight. Brought himself back in. After what was an impressive start from Aaron Albright. And now in the corner. Crashing him down and throwing him away. King Sam now into the cover. Did he do enough on the chicken wing to get the job done? Albright fights out. The crossface chicken wing on the outside hasn't knocked him out cold just yet. But he needs to be careful because if Albright lands another big move like the brainbuster again, or even the super kick, it could be enough to keep him down and out for the count. Albright now lining up for the curb stomp again. This could be enough. It was enough to knock out SDC the first time. Gets him down. And is he going to go straight into the cover? No, he's not done. He wants to make sure. Wise decision. Hooks the arm again. Brainbuster for the third time. Big brainbuster. And into the cover he goes. Is that going to be enough to beat King Sam? No, it's not. I thought he did it. Albright, can't believe it. A third brainbuster and still King Sam is still going. This is unbelievable. King Sam just refuses to give in. And this has been the biggest beatdown he's received since he was injured. And so he must be feeling the effects of everything right now. Huge knee by Sam. And Albright rolls out of harm's way as he sensed this King Sam is not going down easy. And we shouldn't expect any less from King Sam, but Sam now rubbing it in his face, taunting him, saying, "You can't keep me down." And he's proving that right now. Remember the Extreme Rules conditions. No countouts or disqualifications. But has to occur in the ring. Has to keep him down. And right now Albright hasn't been able to do that. Now desperately just trying to make sure he can finally do it. 2 count. King Sam just not giving in. Not staying down. That typical Wolfpack fighting spirit. Hashtag Wolfpack for life. They've won over all the fans of WIW. But surely there's only so much he can save himself from. Another curve stomp inbound. And now King Sam surely... Oh my god. He's up again. He's up again. He's just not staying down. And now look at this. Knee strike. Knee strike to Aaron Albright. Now has him down. What's King Sam thinking? No, Albright's up. Neither one of them wants to give up here. But who can get the job done? Tried to spin him around, maybe to lock in the chicken wing, couldn't do it. Looking for the brainbuster. King Sam counters with his own. What a contest it's been, but now might finally get it. Crossface chicken wing. He's got it. Crossface chicken wing in the middle of the ring. Albright with nowhere to go. Surely this is it. Has he got him? He's done it. King Sam with an incredible performance. Collapses in the ring, but he's done it. King Sam has won back the WIW Championship and adds another world title to his collection. 3 brainbusters, 4 curb stomps, and still He kicked out of everything. What an incredible performance from King Sam, who reminds everyone again why he is the king of WIW.
Shut up and sit down.
Cut the music, cut the music! Alright Sam, fine. You win. Is that what you want to hear? I have worked so hard to make this company mine, and in the space of 2 weeks, you've weaseled your way back to the top. And I won't let it happen again, so here's what's gonna happen. You want a match with me? I'm in. But you gotta hold up your end of the bargain. Give up your rights to the rematch for the heavyweight title, and then drop this title too. If you're serious about this, Sam, if you're serious about it being just about us, if you really want this match at Insomnia, then relinquish the WIW Championship. You're on! Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The end of the Purgatory pay-per-view. And King Sam relinquishes his title. And it's now official. Blake Austin will face King Sam at Insomnia. And that is going to wrap up tonight's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like if you did. Comment your thoughts and feelings on tonight's show. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.